The world was painted in gold and green. It was the kind of summer that felt like a promise that the sun would never set and the warmth would never fade. High above the damp earth, perched on a throne of daisy petals, the grasshopper played his song. To him, the field wasn't a place of labor. It was a grand concert hall, and he was its only star. The air smelled of sweet nectar and endless possibilities. He closed his eyes, losing himself in the melody. Why worry? Why struggle? The universe provided everything he needed: a leaf for shelter, dew for drink, and sunshine for the soul. He pitied those who couldn't hear the music of the earth, those too busy looking down at the dirt to notice the beauty of the sky. In his mind, he was a philosopher, a free spirit unburdened by the chains of tomorrow. But down in the shadows, where the sunbeams couldn't quite reach, a different reality existed. The ant moved with the rhythm of survival. Step, push, drag. Every inch was a battle against gravity. The grain of corn on his back weighed more than his own body, a burden he accepted without complaint. He didn't see a concert hall. He saw a battlefield where the enemy was time itself. He knew what the grasshopper refused to believe, that the golden days were numbered. The music stopped abruptly as the grasshopper peered over the edge of his petal. He looked down at the sweating, dusty creature below with a mix of amusement and disdain. "My dear little friend," he called out, his voice dripping with smooth arrogance. "Look at you, breaking your back while the world rejoices. Why trade the sunshine for the shadows? Why trade a song for a stone? Put down that heavy load and come, dance with me. The day is young, and life is too short for such misery." The ant paused, his eyes dark and serious. "You see only the sun," he replied, his voice steady. "But I smell the frost in the air. Winter is a beast that eats the unprepared. I am fighting for tomorrow." "Winter?" The grasshopper scoffed, throwing his head back. "That cold darkness is an eternity away. Why ruin a perfect feast with fear?" He played louder, drowning out the warning, leaving the ant to march into the dark alone. But time is a cruel master. Slowly, the gold turned to rust. The warm breeze became a biting wind. The flowers bowed their heads and died, and the concert hall of summer began to crumble into gray silence. Deep beneath the earth, the ant was safe. His home was a fortress of warmth, walls lined with the fruits of his labor. Here, there was no fear of the storm, only the peace that comes from preparation. Above ground, the grasshopper shivered on a withered leaf. His vibrant coat had faded, and his frozen fingers stumbled over the strings. "It's just a cold snap," he whispered, trying to believe his own lie. But the sun did not return. Then the white death descended. The silence was heavy as ice buried the world. The beautiful field was gone, replaced by a barren wasteland. The grasshopper realized too late that the ant wasn't a fool. He was a prophet. Hunger twisted in his stomach like a knife. Dragging his frozen body through the snow, with his broken violin on his back, he was alone. No audience, no applause, only the howling wind mocking his former pride. Ready to give up, he saw it. A faint golden glow spilling from a crack in the earth. The ant's home. It looked like a star fallen to the ground, a beacon of hope burning in the freezing blue night. He dragged himself to the stone door. His pride was dead, buried under the snow. With a trembling hand, he knocked. "Ant," he croaked, his voice barely a whisper. "Please, let me in." The stone rolled aside, releasing a blast of warm air smelling of roasted corn. Standing there, healthy and strong against the firelight, was the ant. He looked down at the shivering ghost of the artist who had once mocked him. The ant's eyes held no anger, only a deep pity. He handed the grasshopper a single grain. "I worked while you played," he said softly. "If I carry you now, we both starve. You chose your song. Now you must face the winter." The door closed, sealing the warmth away. Alone in the dark, the grasshopper learned the hardest lesson of all. There is a time for work and a time for play. Do not mistake the present for the future. The sun does not shine forever. The comfort of tomorrow is paid for by the sweat of today. Do not let the music of the present deafen you to the approaching storm. For when the winter comes, regret is a cold companion.